Welcome to another video on how to use your iPad for the school year. This video is actually going to help us create your planner. Think about it, in the past, you've had a paper planner that you've had to write all the assignments in. Um, with an iPad, your teachers are actually going to add their assignments to a Google Calendar. That'll be updated on a daily basis, and sometimes quite a ways in advance in the future, so you can kind of know what's going on, if you're going to be gone or if you are absent from school. You can check the Google Calendar. All your teachers are going to have a calendar on each of their Moodle pages, but it's also helpful to synchronize the calendar to your iPad, so you kind of have one central location to find all of these calendars. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. We'll need to go to your Safari app to go on the internet. And while on this app here, I've already kind of have your tips and tricks for iPad 1-to-1. I already have that website up. It's probably going to be helpful for you to bookmark this website. It's kind of a resource to use throughout the year, because as you can see, this website will help teach you about how to use Book Creator, Dropbox, Evernote, explain everything. Basically, how to use all of these apps that are on your iPad. Sometimes, we might only use them once or twice throughout the year, so when that time comes to use it, if you kind of forget the tips and tricks that go along with that app, or if something gets reset on your iPad and you need to reset everything, to kind of like how we did it at the beginning of the year, this is a great resource for you to check out. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to sync your Google Calendars to your iPad. First of all, the easiest way to do this, rather than go to every individual Moodle page, the 7th grade team has made one site that actually has a calendar embedded with all of our calendars, all of our assignment calendars. So if you click on the 7th grade team page, it's going to open up in a new window, a new tab. And this is our 7th grade team page. You can also get to it from the Byron Middle School website, but it's kind of easy here using that link. It takes you right to it. And then down below, the calendar will load. Now, obviously I'm doing this on June 6th, so we're not going to have any assignments, but you could go ahead and click back in the dates, and you can see, that we have different things going on. So this is where you'll be able to see all your assignments. You can see what's going on in each of the classes. In order to add all these calendars, because each one of these is actually a different calendar. We have an accelerated math calendar, we have a communications calendar, we have a math calendar, a science calendar, a history calendar, there's an English calendar. They're all actually different calendars, controlled by your teacher. So if you click on this plus, Google Calendar, all right, go ahead and click on that. It's going to load your actual Google Calendar. It's going to ask you this question: do you want to add these calendars? So I want you to click on add next to every calendar that you want. Now, you're going to probably all have most of the classes, but if you're not in some of these classes, you don't need to add them. You're either going to be in Math 7 or Excel 7. You're not going to be in both, so you don't need to add both of them. Just for the sake of doing this, I'm going to go ahead and add them all. You should probably never have to do that. I just want you to be able to see what's going on. So once I click on it, it's going to say added. Okay, so I'm adding all these calendars. All right, and then I'm going to say close. I guess you could have actually hit add all, but again, you're never going to hit add all because you're not going to add, both math classes. You don't need to see that. So just add the classes that you're in, and then we can hit close. Okay, and now this is actually your own personal Google Calendar. If you look up in this corner, mine says nfl.hspd@gmail.com. It's one of my other email accounts. I use that email account just to kind of show you, because all these calendars are already added to my school account, so I wasn't able to make this video using that account. Once you have them added, you won't ever have to do this again. But again, if something happens and it gets wiped out, you may have to refer to this video again. So now what you might want to do is you might want to actually add this page to your home screen, because this is your calendar. This would show you all of your assignments each and every day. You can see this in multiple views. I could see it in an agenda view, which is kind of just like how it was on that seventh grade team page. So if you go back, you're going to kind of see more assignments. So this is kind of what it would look like. So let's say today is Monday, June 3rd. It's telling me, okay, I have to bring my iPad charger to school. Math 7 has a fractions review worksheet. Again, bring iPad charger to school. And then science is going to review ecology. Communication is going to state versus Delphinia, Rose, Sweet Pea. Again, it just kind of tells you what you're doing that day. So think of this as your planner. You can also click on switch to mobile version. Okay, that might take you to a different view that you might prefer. You'll kind of have to decide, which version that you actually prefer better, mobile versus desktop, and you can switch back again down here by clicking on desktop. I guess I'm just used to the desktop version, so I prefer that. Again, you can click up here on that square with an arrow. You can add this to your home screen to make a quick link, so you can just hit right there and you can go right to a screen. So that way you don't have to actually go to this page here. You never have to actually go to the middle school page because you have it on your own calendar. Okay, and again, let's say you wanted to click on one of these because one of them was maybe really important, like bring your iPad charger to school. I can click on that assignment. It says bring your iPad charger to school. I can set a reminder. Okay, add a reminder. Okay, I want it to pop up on my iPad. I want it to do that maybe 2 days before it's due. Okay, so I can change this just to 2. Okay, and then I hit save. All right, now my iPad's actually going to remind me. Now it said failed to save. I'm not really sure why. I can just try it again. Sometimes maybe you just need to log out and log back in, things like that. Okay. Maybe also because it was a past event, because I'm trying to do something in the past because there's nothing here going on the rest of the summer for these assignments. So again, there's a couple different reasons why it could have failed to save, but either way, you can set reminders for these things. So hey, you got a big test coming up, you can go on your planner, so to speak, and maybe the test is on a Friday and today's Monday, and you want to really start studying on Wednesday. So you go and click on that test and say that you want it to remind you 2 days ahead of time. So that way it'll start reminding you, hey, you need to study for this test. A great resource. But again, I highly encourage you to bookmark this on your home screen. Okay. Now, some of you may prefer using the iCal app on your iPad. So now we're done with this page, so I'm going to get off of here. And so if you go back to the tips and tricks for iPad 1-to-1, it says here, add core class calendars to your iPad calendar. So if you really prefer using the iCalendar, instead of just going to your own Google Calendar like I just showed you, we can go ahead and click on this link, and this link is kind of specific for that. And now, whatever I click on is going to synchronize. Now, of course, you have to be on the internet to be able to do this. So, again, here's another option for you to figure out what do you want to synchronize. So let's say I'm in all these classes, but let's say I'm not in accelerated math. So I'm just going to hit Math 7 and History, and I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm not going to check Excel 7. Now at this point, okay, double check to make sure you have all your classes. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I have all 5 of my core classes. Now I'm going to click Save. Okay, it says your sync settings have been saved. Now to kind of check this out and see how it works, I'm going to type in iCal, okay, because I don't know exactly maybe where I have that app. Okay, I'm just going to type in calendar. Okay, so calendar app is right here. I'm going to click on that, and then this is my iCalendar app. Now, you see here, I'm going to click on calendars, and it's going to show me, okay, all these different calendars here. Now I can see already that my calendar here is actually synced to some other stuff that I had in maybe my other um, in my other account. So it's not going to necessarily look like this, but you can kind of see what I'm getting at here. You can kind of turn back to the last page. It says that, okay, we have all this stuff going on. Now yours, of course, would just have exactly what's going on for you. So, you know, all 5-year classes. So again, this is just kind of another way. You can click on month. You can kind of see what's going on here. So it kind of looks like that Google Calendar a little bit. So again, this is just another option for you to use. Um, Again, the only way you can really do that is by using that link from this page. Add core class calendars to your iPad calendar, and that'll take you to this page to set it up. And you can always reuse it to modify and change what's synced here. So, you know, if you have your iPad again next year and you want to get rid of these things from your iPad calendar, you know, it's going to stay synced probably. And so all of these 7th grade stuff is going to stay showing up. So you're going to want to go back into this, use this link again, uncheck these, and maybe check your 8th grade classes, so that way those sync. Again, you know, you really don't need to use the iPad calendar and the Google Calendar. It's more like, you know, find the one that you really like and maybe stick to that one. You know, you don't need probably 2 or 3 or 4 different options on how to do this. Just kind of get really good at one option. Sometimes the Google Calendar might work a little bit better, just because it kind of syncs with your Gmail account as well. You know, you can set those reminders up, so that way you get email reminders right to your account as well. So anyways, you know, feel free to use this to help you synchronize your Google Calendars with your iPad, so that way you can stay more organized and stay on top of what's going on from day to day. Good luck.